HBK Trell is a 25-year-old rap and hip-hop artist and founder of Gifted Records, who's headlining the HBK vs Trizzy tour in March 2024, having released his self-produced album HBK vs Trizzy on the 27th of October. And HBK Trell is on the line with us here. How are you today?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm excellent, thank you. So, your new album is, of course, called HBK vs Trizzy. What can you tell us about the inspiration behind the project and what we can expect from it?
Well, HBK versus Trizzy is basically like two different personalities, two different worlds. So basically, you're getting two different sides of me on this album. So for example, HBK is more of the love, my love life, the betrayal that's going on in my life. Really just entering my personal world, like depression, all that stuff. And then Trizzy is just that person that doesn't care about anything. He's lit, he's turned up, and really just getting two different sides of me on this album with HBK versus Trizzy. You just entering my life, basically.
It's a great idea, and you're actually going on your own tour in March of 2024, and the tour has the same name as the album, so are they kind of linked?
Yes, they are. With this tour, I'm gonna be performing all the songs from the album for sure, and then some of the songs from past albums that my fans love.
What can we sort of expect from the whole tour?
Really is going to be probably my best performances ever. I got a whole team with me now, so we've been working on my performances, trying to get them more, better, more, I just feel like I need to, I perform a lot, and I know that sometimes, I need to interact with the crowd more. So, I'm working on that right now with my team. It's gonna be a fun one though. We're going to a lot of different cities I've never been to. I'm bringing along some of my friends, D-Mid and Northside Ride, and my DJ Jailbreak. So it's going to be one for the books for sure.
And you've had an incredible career, and you've actually got your own label, Gifted Records. Yeah. So how has that platform allowed you to express your artistic vision?
So I started Gifted Records right when I graduated high school in 2016. And really just, I was on a label like 2 years before I graduated, and I couldn't drop music whenever I wanted to, and I didn't like that. So when I finally got off that label and started my own, I started running my label the exact opposite of the label that I was on. So whenever I sign an artist that I believe in, they got all creative control. They own all their masters. And, I just want artists to have freedom. And I'm really big on artistic freedom.
Do you kind of feel free yourself when you're making your own music and you do what you want to do?
Yeah, I feel really free. Like, I mix and master my own music. I produce my music. I can drop literally whenever I want. And it's like, I just feel like artists shouldn't have to wait to drop their music, I just hate that for artists.
You mix and master your own music, of course. So can you share some insights into your production process?
I've always been into like editing my own music and stuff like that. I recently just mastered the whole process last year. And I did that by just watching YouTube videos. You can literally just learn anything on YouTube these days. So now I just got the whole process down, and I mix and master my music, some of my homies' music, and I don't think I'll ever have to work with another engineer again. I can just do it myself now.
How does your mixing and mastering process contribute to your unique sound, do you think?
All right, so in the past when I worked with other engineers, not saying that they're bad or anything, because I worked with a lot of good engineers, but I feel like no one really knows their sound but you. So when I'm mixing and mastering my music, it's like I know what I want to sound like. So whenever I'm working with someone else, they don't exactly know what you want to sound like. So with me knowing I'm trying to put this in good words. I just know what I want to sound like, So it's better to learn it yourself, so you know what you want to put out. You don't want just something an engineer just randomly just doing whatever they want. So a lot of people don't really know what to say to the engineer, what to put on their music, stuff like that. So it's just better off to learn it yourself, so you get the music out that you want out.
Reflecting on your journey so far, what are some of the key lessons or experiences that have shaped you as an artist?
That's a hard question. I never really thought about that one, man. Um, I'd have to say, I don't know. I've been through a lot of good and bad things in the music industry. Just really working with certain promoters, I've learned a lot, like what I don't want my shows to be like. I've ran a lot of shows myself, and a lot of promoters don't really have their shows organized, or they're just doing stuff on the fly. And so I learned from that to not have to do that on my shows because I just think that's very unprofessional.
And what advice would you have for aspiring musicians who are looking to make their mark in the industry like you have?
Really just never give up. I mean, I've been doing this since about 2014, and I just started taking it more serious about 4 years ago. But it's like you can make it as far as you want to as long as you put in the work. The internet is your best friend at this point. It's really easy to get your name out. All you gotta do is post your snippets on TikTok, and I guarantee you're gonna gain at least one fan just for posting on TikTok these days. So just believe in yourself and use the internet, use your social media because that's the new wave of music these days.
Absolutely. And we talked earlier about the fact that you run a record company. So how do you balance that with performing and creating new music? It must be quite the workload.
It used to be the workload because I used to have like 3 or 4 artists at one time. Right now, I only have one artist, and his name's Lil Key. And so just having one artist right now is really just it's easy to balance that. But when you got multiple artists, it's a lot of work, and it's hard to focus on your own music as well. So right now, I only have one artist right now, so it's not the workload yet. So
Having a label and promoting and performing and creating new music, is there any musical or other avenue that you're yet to explore that maybe you think you will in the future?
honestly, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think sooner or later I'll probably venture in some type of business because I feel like I'm a very business minded like person, and I tried to dip into the clothing industry before. I mean, I didn't have that much luck yet, but yeah, I think that's something I'll probably end up doing.
And in the more short term, what projects are you working on or thinking of working on at the moment that we haven't talked about today?
Well, right now you already know I got my new album HBK versus Trizzy coming out this Friday, and then after that I'm really just focused on the tour and getting ready for that, and Trizzy Fest, my music festival that I throw every year in my hometown. So I'm just really working on that, trying to make it bigger than it was last year because it gets bigger and bigger every year. So right now, me and my team just getting ready for the tour and Trizzy Fest.
Excellent. Well, in the meantime, where can we find all your music that you've came out so far and keep up to date with you?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Trizzy HBK, Instagram at HBK Trell _. My music's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all platforms, HBK Trell. And yeah, you can Google my name. I'm gonna pop up everywhere.
Excellent. Well, many thanks for talking to us. It's been great having you here.
Man, thank you so much for having me, Toby. I really appreciate you, man.